Yeah.
for this year. Okay. So, all right, you guys, thank you for showing up. Welcome to our show. We're here today with our special guest, me and Ralph Thomas. We're talking to you guys a little bit about what's happening next in not Metro Parks, Parks Tacoma.
Parks Tacoma. Yeah, we January 14th we changed our logo and our name, and we just felt we'd be able to be seen better throughout the community, and yeah, it was really important to us to be able to make that switch.
Yeah, that's good. That's good that we have that available to where people can, come in and actually see what's happening new in the center. So
Yeah, it was really important because unless you put Metro Parks Tacoma,
okay,
and it's not in your favorites, if you just put, Metro Parks,
true.
a lot of other Metro Parks out there.
Right. So things have changed up, and so do you think that the community's getting kind of used to the new logo?
Yeah, I think they are. I mean, we did a blanket effort throughout the city. I mean, a lot of signage, a lot of vehicles,
True.
a lot of logos had to change.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not quite 100% done, but for the most part, everything has been transferred over.
Okay.
And yeah, I think people are accepting and understanding why we made the change. And
That's good.
it's been successful for us so far, yes.
That's good. As far as the children's programs, the Friday night programs, you feel comfortable about talking about that?
Yeah, so we have, so during the school year, we have our Friday night, late night programs. But with school, by the time this is out, school will be out.
Yeah, true.
And they will have 10 facilities. I'm sorry, I do not have all the names, but we do have
That's
Monday through Friday
Okay.
late night programs, 5 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
I know around here, Al Davies will have it. East Side
Okay.
definitely have the program. Meeker, and there's some other facilities. It's not quite in my area, so
Right,
I
right,
apologize
right.
for that. But
Yeah, no, that's fine.
but yeah, it was a big program that we've been doing for the last couple summers,
Okay.
and we're going to continue it this summer, and
Good.
then we'll go back to the school year,
Mhm.
and then we'll continue with the 4 community centers doing late nights on Friday nights for our youth. It's been very successful.
That's good. That's good.
And it comes and goes, right?
True.
Friday night's usually sports night, either football or basketball or volleyball, or
Mhm.
so depending on what game's going on, kind of the crowd can fluctuate. But
True, that's
we
true.
do get a lot of we have been getting a very consistent number of participants at our community centers.
Yeah. So as far as activities are concerned, do we have any activities that would keep them busy during those times that they're here for the late night?
So they do, as you know, Derek, basketball is huge
It's true.
here at People's Center.
Yeah.
And it is big at some of our other locations. Depending on who's running them, if it's ourselves,
Mhm.
if it's YMCA,
Right.
or some of our other partners, that it kind of fluctuates night to night.
That's true.
But at Al Davies, I'm sure they'll be playing a lot of basketball.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Usually a dinner
Mhm.
or a meal or some sort of food.
Mhm.
And then there are not everybody wants to play basketball,
That's true.
so they have other activities that are happening throughout the night. for
Yeah,
the
just
youth.
like volleyball or something like that.
We could
maybe.
do volleyball. Some, want to do arts. Some
Okay.
just want to sit around and visit,
It's true.
and that's part of our, opportunity is, safe place first,
Mhm.
food second, and activities third. And
I've noticed that we have a camp available for the summer program.
Yes, so June 23rd, which is probably by the time this comes out,
Yeah.
we'll have passed. Was the start for Parks Tacoma. Pretty much all of our summer programs. We have we have summer camps at Titlow Lodge, Wapato Park, and at Norpoint Community Center.
Okay.
I know there's many boys and girls clubs that are doing summer camps.
That's true.
We have a lot of visual and performing arts camps going on throughout our community centers and at some schools. We also have sports camps, youth sports camps going on, and we have some outdoor and specialized and adaptive camps going on as well. Those are going to be pretty popular this summer.
Okay.
We have a lot happening. If someone from Tacoma needs some help or assistance, we have that as well.
Okay.
To be able to make sure everybody has an opportunity to attend camp, and that it's really important that we have safe places for our kids to go to.
That's true. Is that is the program free, or is it does that fees or?
So when we started this conversation, the late night drop-ins, those are free.
Okay.
The summer camps, there is a fee. Registration is required. We do, and they're all different prices.
That's true. It fluctuates.
It fluctuates depending on what kind of a camp you're attending.
True.
But if anyone needs to go to camp or would like to attend camp, like I said, we do provide financial support.
That's good.
To be able to attend. It's very important that to us that everybody gets to be able to recreate as much as possible.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And so, I don't really run a front desk, but I've seen a few people that come from other places in the city, and I was wondering that, if we have an avenue or a door that we can be able to allow people who don't live in the community actually come in and participate as far as...
Yeah, right now, all of that is open to anyone to be able to attend. We have, even on June 23rd, our outdoor pool's open.
Okay.
We haven't done that in many years. We usually open July 5th. And so they're currently open. They have lessons going on in the morning, and then they have the rec swims. They have two different sessions. They go from about 12:15, 12:30ish to the two sessions together go till about 5:30.
Okay.
So we have rec swim there. We also have swimming going on at all
facilities.
All three of our community centers.
Okay.
Star Center, who their aquatic facility is Mount Tacoma, is under construction at the moment.
Correct.
But we have the North Point, East Side, People Center, indoor pools, and then we have Candle Park and Stewart Heights outdoor facilities. And numbers have been great already. First Monday after school got out, and we're very excited for a pretty busy summer.
I see that a lot of children are showing up, and they are having a nice time. I've noticed that they've been really comfortable as far as coming in and playing ball and doing their thing. You know what I mean? No problems in the streets and things like that.
Well, that is our main goal, right? Is that we need to get to a very welcoming social atmosphere.
Yeah.
And be able to come in and enjoy. It's you might not. We don't have a swimming pool in every neighborhood, and we don't have a gym in every neighborhood, and so it's really important to us that people are getting out and about and being able to come exercise, or just you don't even have to play, right? If you just want to come shoot some hoops or just be somewhat active, that is a major goal for us for all ages. We also have included what we call senior hubs.
Okay.
Maybe earlier known as somewhat of a senior center.
I've noticed that.
Yeah. So right now we're at East Side and People Center, and we'll be looking to our other community centers possibly in 2026.
Okay.
But it's important from 3 years old to, I think we have a person or two over 100 years old in our programs, and I know we just celebrated a couple months ago a 94 birthday in pickleball at our pickleball league. So they're playing pickleball.
Yeah.
And so so many options to do things for everyone of any age.
Have you ever tried to do the pickleball thing before?
I have played a little bit.
I have to.
I am not a professional.
Okay.
I'm not going to come in with my custom paddles and knee pads and headband and all that.
Don't forget a helmet.
Oh yeah, geez Louise. So it's my career in life is to support people to be able to bring those things. I do not, but I play a little bit every once in a while. I try to get it. Trying to challenge Antonio McLemore
Yeah.
But he seems to be a professional these days. But,
Yeah.
So
I've gotten in the game and actually played a little bit, and I love it. I like it. It's similar to tennis,
yeah.
but a lot smoother.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it's. I don't want to say easier, but technique can be a little
That's true.
raw.
You got to bring your game.
You got to bring your game, but in tennis you can really. I'm not a huge fan of tennis because I hated that net in the way.
Yeah.
I had a better chance hitting the ball at my brother, or at my brother. I don't even have a brother. At my sister, or she hated that, but that's what it is. So it made us stronger.
So I've noticed that the children, when they show up to the People Center, they that the transition into the building is good.
Good.
The food that is serving is good. I noticed that nobody really have that much of a complaint about, there's really nothing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that we have a pool table now over at the People Center.
Yeah.
And so the kids are able to go inside and actually play pool and things of that nature. I'm thinking that, the board games that they have and things of that nature, that keeps them occupied, and that's the whole goal, right?
Well, that's part of the battle,
Okay.
right? Food and an activity of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
But what's really been important to us is that we're hiring local talent.
Okay.
We're bringing in folks that are common, as yourself.
True.
There, Robert Doss.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many times I've heard Robert Doss say, "I'm going to call your grandma."
Right.
Boy, those kids straight and right.
Yeah,
up,
you know
right?
how to get them in line. Yeah.
You know how to get them in line, and we're trying to do that throughout the community at all 4 community centers.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important that we get folks that are not only can relate to the community center, but can relate to the people in the community center.
Yes, sir.
We have multiple economic statuses around our centers. Every center has a different neighborhood around it.
I understand.
And to be able to be flexible, to be able to do that, we felt it was really important to be able to bring local talent to our businesses, our centers, and that was huge to, I think, really make success a key for us.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
So,
Appreciate that.
yeah.
So, as far as like the summer programs, does the camp end in like as soon as school starts back? Or?
So a lot of our camps will go right till the end of August.
Okay.
There might not be a visual arts every single week.
Okay.
They might have 5 or 6, and then they have different dance classes or camps.
Once we start, there's no going back. Anything can happen. And most likely anything will.
Something's changed. Something's different.
Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. We cast you out! By the power of our Lord Jesus Christ!
Camps, our main summer camps that are, I think they're 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Those are Monday and Friday, and they'll go all the way through the end of summer.
Okay.
A lot of people, this is a form of child care for them, that
Sure.
they know that their kids are out playing and hopefully coming home tired and hungry and sweaty and dirty.
Yeah.
And that is a goal that we have, to have all our kids like that as we go through. And so, we're not at this moment, we're not daycare.
Okay.
We're camps. We're summer camps. We're summer programming,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really important that kids get a taste of what's out there.
Sure.
to help them develop their wants or their personalities as we go through. You know, some kids are at the basketball camp for the first time.
Sure.
And some kids are at drawing camp for the first time and love it and want to do more. And that's what Parks and Recreation is about, is to give you, a taste of it, to kind of help you decide what you want to do.
Right. So would you say that trips will be, available for the children to be able to come in and, maybe sign up for it or go like different places in Tacoma to?
So due to our size, really we kind of have camp. We don't really have like a camp that's just like all travel, right? But we do have our outdoor camp.
Okay.
Which they do. They go hiking, they go kayaking, they go all over Western Washington to experience different locations.
Okay.
You even go to I'm jumping now to our senior programs.
Okay.
They go.
I've noticed they went on a few trips too.
Yeah, you and I probably could qualify and go on them.
I know
as well.
I can. Yeah,
I know I can as well. They keep asking me to go.
Right.
But so we do. We want to get them. If it's as simple as a one day going to a market, or going on a trip. They have some seasonal opportunities where I know they go to Oktoberfest and they have winter things. They just did the 2-night overnight down in Long Beach.
Okay.
They were down there, and so there is, we don't take everybody all the time, but there are opportunities to get out and see other things here.
Okay, so like in advance, say for instance, if we were as seniors, we decide to go on a trip or something like that, do we have people in the community that's willing to allow our seniors to come and visit their establishment?
Are you talking about like restaurants and stores, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, so especially with those camps, what we do is, or not camps, sorry, trips.
Mm-hmm.
They will go to a butcher or a pastry, shop, and they'll make a day. Like they're not going to Safeway,
Right.
but they're going to if it's a Vietnamese area
Restaurant.
restaurant or part of town,
Okay.
or so that was kind of that kind of goal. They do in the wintertime, they do like snowshoeing trips,
Okay.
and another, in summertime they'll take them out to our parks to go at hikes, because at the beginning of life and at the end of life, transportation gets to be a challenge.
Sure.
And that's kind of where we're at to try to fill in and be able to support that.
Do you think that Mount Rainier might be an option one trip? Maybe?
Oh, I'm pretty sure they go up there.
Okay.
So now, depending on which group it is what's important to know. But if we need to get you up there, Derek, we will.
Yeah, I need to vacation like ASAP Rocky, so I would love to go to Mount Rainier and just like stay for 2 days if I can.
Yeah, I don't know. We do have overnight trips.
Okay.
So we will have to try to get you. They just had a blast down on the Washington coast, Oregon coast.
Okay.
It was 2 nights. I think one of the days they went down to Cannon Beach, and they.
I've heard of that before. Where's that at?
I think it's down like Oregon.
Okay.
And what was great is the hotel they were staying in had some additional other trips going on from other agencies.
Yeah.
And they actually had like a huge game night with people from other organizations.
Come in, participate, and compete against each other.
Yeah, Alexis Quinn is a very fun, energetic.
I agree.
A lot of competitive as well, and she will invite everybody.
Yeah.
And does a great job. So.
Yeah, she's a beautiful person, man.
Yeah.
I think she's a great person that qualifies for that job.
Yeah, she's brought a whole nother level to it.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
For sure.
Yeah. But we have programs and opportunities for people, like I said, from 2-3 years old to as old as you can be to come. I shouldn't say as old, as young as you can be.
Yeah. But you did say that there was a young lady who I call her young, but she's 90-something years old playing pickleball. So
playing pickleball and celebrating her birthday
at the same time.
I want to say it was, I think it is celebrated her 94th or 95th.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
That's
a blessing.
Brother, I hope I'm walking. I hope I'm walking at 94, let alone play pickleball.
Yeah, exactly, right.
So, a lot of it's attitude.
Yeah.
A lot of it's like, I'm keeping going. I'm too young to stop now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm 57 years old, but I don't feel like it at all.
Right.
I have my days, where, it kicks in sometimes, and certain parts of my body remind me, my age and stuff like that. But other than that,
it's usually after my honey-do list.
Yeah.
I got my honey-do list, and man, I can't barely move the next day. I got to come back to work so I can, rehab and stuff. So I appreciate my job and what I get to do. So,
yeah.
Yes, sir.
You said rehab.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not that close from it. So.
No, we are not, brother. We're not.
Yeah,
so,
but I'm trying to enjoy life while I can. I feel youthful, and so I want to maintain my youth as much as possible.
Right.
Eat healthy.
That's half the battle, man. It's just one of the biggest things that we have seen with working closely with the elder. Mm-hmm. Our elders and our elderly population is, just be active.
It's true.
Be interactive, be social,
mm-hmm.
Eat right, and those things will help keep you moving.
It's true.
A lot of people are isolated, and we're trying to do our part to help with that. And
I noticed the buses would bring the elderly to the facility and pick them up, so that's a plus too.
So I don't want to misspeak about which programs or what.
Right.
But there are transportation opportunities, and they can call our local community center, and they can help you get that to the right person to get on the right,
To have them scheduled to come to the center.
Yeah, there's Brotherhood Rise that helps.
Okay.
And then there's Pierce County Transit helps as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so there are different things. We have, if like, let's say if we're doing an event up at Norpoint,
okay,
and that's a bit of a drive from
That's
there,
true.
that we will provide inter-community center,
mm-hmm.
right? They'll have a van or a
go and
bus.
pick them up.
Well, here at the centers,
Okay.
Parks Department, Parks Tacoma will not go to a resident and pick up the person. It's just not in our guidelines. But but the other programs do. But as long as you can get to a community center, we will transport you to where the event is.
Oh wow, that's a plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard that before until now. So
Yeah. So there are ways to get around
mm-hmm.
and to get to events that we have, being put on.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes a village. It truly does.
To help,
It's not just Parks Tacoma. It's the cities help us. Brotherhood Rise helps us. With the senior population, and a lot of our partners. And obviously we work a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm trying to talk the whole age range, but we do a lot with Tacoma Public Schools.
Understand.
And we have our Beyond the Bell program. We kind of in the summertime,
mm-hmm.
but they have their own camps and programs that are going on as well.
Yep, I've heard about the 253 program too. I believe
Jobs 253.
Jobs 253.
Yeah, that's a great opportunity through the school district. As a high school, I think it could be honestly in any grade.
Okay.
In the high school, where I think you asked to possibly do maybe a work internship,
Mm-hmm.
And there's a certain amount of time, and I'm sorry I don't know all the parameters, but then I think you can do one a year, and you receive a stipend from Tacoma Public Schools.
Mm-hmm.
And then the goal is if you're here at Parks Tacoma and you do a good job, that hopefully that would turn into a part-time job.
Yeah.
We
That's
have
good.
we have a million opportunities for youth around here. If a young person or any person says that they can't find a part-time job, they're not looking at us because man, we could use.
You help out. You open up doors for them.
We like to open up doors, and man, everybody needs. We understand that maybe that first interview might not be the best, and we try to look past that.
True.
It's really important that we give as many
people a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even being equal, but
Mm-hmm.
equity is important to us as well.
True.
And it's it's really important, I'd just say.
I think that's a good program that you guys started with that, by the way, because it gets them involved, but it also gives them hope to look for, prosperous future as far as like work is concerned. So
Yeah, it's kind of like, a very close friend of mine did all the education programs. All he had to do was student teach.
True.
And then he student taught, and he's like, I'm not going to be a teacher.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But if we can give earlier indications or opportunities, not everybody wants to be a Parks and Recreation person, but maybe they, want to be a coach, or they want to be a teacher, or it tells them what they don't want to do, and
Gotcha.
helps them before they go down this long track and it's not in the right direction. And so it's both sides of the house, but it's a good program with Tacoma Public Schools. And, we continue. It's very important for us to keep that relationship strong. And it's not, the relationship's not just with us, it's, I think, with many businesses throughout Tacoma.
I agree.
So,
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. I appreciate that, man. That's a lot of information. Not sure like what else to ask, but if you
we got, I just appreciate you guys, giving me the opportunity to do this.
Yeah, no problem.
I think when we spoke when Josiah was here, right, is there's so many forms of communication and transportation of getting the word out.
Yeah.
That, this is just another one.
It's another avenue.
I didn't think you survived. You're hunting something that can't be killed.
Another one.
It's another avenue.
It's another avenue, right? And sometimes we're not trying to save the masses, we're just trying to save one.
True.
Or give one an opportunity.
True. I understand.
And that is a success for us that we get there. Like I said, we don't do this to make $1 million.
I understand.
Right? I mean, we're a government employee, and there are challenges.
There is.
Right?
There is.
And there is in everything we all do. But when you get down to what our core is and
Yes, sir.
what we want to provide and what Parks and Recreation is really about,
Yes, sir.
it's about our people. It's about providing opportunity for our people.
Yeah.
It's a proven fact when people look at houses, they look to see what's the closest park around.
That's true.
What are the schools? What are the community centers? And
Stores and shopping malls and things. Maybe
exactly. And
transportation.
Right, and so to be able to show that we have a high quality program, as many departments there are in the country,
Sure.
we feel like we are. When I say the few, I mean there's only hundreds, but there's thousands of departments that were accredited.
Yeah.
Accredited department, and that's not easy to get, and we take a lot of pride in that. But once again, all that accreditation means we are raising the bar for what we provide for the community, and that's can be challenging, but the reward is great. And
I've got a concern, the homeless community
yeah,
that show up to the centers.
sure,
A lot of them use our shower programs and things of that nature, right?
right,
And we do now provide food and stuff like that for them to be able to munch on every blue moon.
yeah,
But I was also wondering about clothing, as far as them washing clothes and stuff like that,
Ooh, that's a good question, right? Because we don't have a lot of opportunities just for our own community centers
It's true.
to do that,
Mm-hmm.
Derek, you always bring it to another level. And
I'm always thinking,
brother, I know you're thinking. I know you're thinking, maybe that's something to look at,
To be honest with you, I believe it's a big concern, to be honest with you, because I have a lot of people who I've talked to, and that is one of those concerns that they would actually talk to me about. I've noticed that they would, like when they come in to use the shower program, they throw away their old clothes and then they pitch on some new ones. But they throw away the old clothes because they have no way to wash them.
Recycle them, or
exactly.
not recycle them, but be able to use them in a, you came in, you used the program, and then you're kind of going backwards, putting the same clothes on.
That's true, yeah.
I think that's a great challenge to look at. If it's, might not be answered by Parks Tacoma,
right?
But we do work close with the city.
Okay.
We do work with other organizations where
we could probably get some tokens or some.
Well, we can get some tokens and get some help, right? It's going to have to be a place where, how can I say this? It's accepted, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know that a laundromat would be open to just opening their doors and folks coming in, right?
Yeah, it's kind of iffy on that part.
It's kind of iffy for their business.
Gray line, for sure.
Yeah, and stuff like that. But if maybe, if somewhere or someplace could make a dedicated
wash facility where they could be able to come at least sit for 30 minutes to an hour, enough time to wash their clothes and go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would be good.
Because what we do know is a lot of people have fallen on tough times.
It's true.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And they're good people.
They are.
They are. And there are some that have some challenges.
Yes, sir. I agree.
And as you know, we deal with them a lot.
Frequently.
Yeah,
and
as people learn more about mental health and working and dealing with mental health, it's a game that's not quite as easy to conquer.
Right, yeah, we have to be prepared for that for sure.
You have to, and man, there's nothing worse than, we have to remove somebody and they broke the code of conduct, and
gotcha.
And the next day they don't even remember what they did.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're like, no, man, we got to hold you accountable for yesterday. And
right, they don't even remember what happened.
It's not fair. They don't know what the heck they did. And,
and
so
that's mental health.
Yeah,
for sure. Do you think that there could be some type of way that we could maybe hire? What they call them, type of people that
like mental support.
Yes,
staff.
exactly. Yeah. Or have a number available to where they can be able.
So
to
they should. Them. They should. We have our. I think. I'm sorry, I have a blanking, but park rangers.
Okay.
Our park, people that have a lot of resources to give them.
Okay.
They do have a lot of information, and if you don't have it here at the center, we can definitely get it for you.
So they can have it available.
So they can have that available.
Okay.
There are folks that will accept an opportunity to better themselves, or at least maybe take a break from their current situation.
Right.
There are a lot of folks who can be either challenged by it or not wanting to.
I agree.
And not that, everybody deserves an opportunity, but if we don't have the information here, I definitely can get it for you, Derek.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I've got a couple of people that I know that come to the center every day because they don't really have a place to go. But when they talk to me and they tell me different things that's bothering them as far as mental is concerned. I can hold a conversation with them and listen and hear them out or whatever. But I think that the problem is that like, say for instance, if they need a job, or they want a job, they want to work, but they don't have the ID to actually go and get a job or whatever, right? They can come and they can fill out an application at one of our centers in different spots where we have computers available. That's fine. But the problem for them is having an address to be able to have that ID sent to them so that they can be able to get, qualified for a job.
Yeah, right. They need to have, like you said, they need to have an address,
they do.
A location, and that is a tough part to be able to to get that. I mean, we don't want to have
Yeah, without that part right there, we can't really open up a door for anybody until they have identification.
right, and of course they probably can't get a mailbox without
That's
identification.
true. That's true. So
You
you
know,
have to have
we-
an address.
We can't have 4,000 people putting down the People Center,
Sure.
as their home address.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I think, man, you're bringing up some great challenges. That,
I'm just thinking that maybe that probably could be an avenue to where we could probably start a P.O. box or something like that for the homeless. Maybe it's something that we can be able to, be responsible for to help them get that, at least that part.
right,
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not the guarantee that they could actually go that way, but it's just an idea.
yeah, no, that's good stuff. I'm actually going to bring these points to. I have a managers meeting that I attend, and
Okay.
they're always looking for topics or what have you heard out there and what's going on. These
Yeah,
are two-
that's one of the biggest things there. Washing clothes, getting ID, and actually having an address to get to
Well, it
receive
makes
those
sense.
type of things.
It totally makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just so many things that certain people are aware of, certain people aren't.
Right.
And not that we are a one size fits all
True.
type of organization,
True.
but we do want to try to help as much as possible.
I had one so far as in my thoughts to actually even buy one of those trailers or whatever, and maybe gut it out and supply it with water tanks and put a washer and dryer inside the, unit and,
Yeah.
and just come, different dates and times and let the people wash their clothes right on the facility. And,
Why am I not surprised?
yeah,
You came up with an idea like that. That could be huge.
it really can. To be honest with you, I just need the money to make something like that happen, and then we can be able to ride to different facilities, like People Center,
Right.
Eastside Community Center.
Right.
Just park in the parking lot for maybe an hour or two, give the community enough time to be able to come and wash their clothes and
Sure,
go.
sure.
It's just an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's great ideas.
Thank you.
I think what's, we're not going to sit here and discuss every single thing, right? I mean, I think there's logistics we have to work out.
That's true.
But,
Yeah.
but the message is what is important
That's it.
as we get there, and maybe there are resources that we could, possibly
Tap into and
tap
help them.
into, or if something was to either be rebuilt or something new brought in, right, that we can help
Incorporate with that. Yeah.
Yes, help guide to be able to do that.
I mean, because to be honest with you, I mean, the crowd of homelessness is becoming broader,
Oh,
right? And
it's huge.
it's like more and more people is ending up on the streets. Even when I was homeless, there was a lot of people out there then, so I can imagine the numbers now,
Sure.
for sure. But now I know for a fact that they have available the tiny home community.
Right.
And the only one that I really know that, helps out in that area would be the Rise Center
Yeah,
down the street.
Yep.
So, I mean, if we can be able to get something like that, that would be even better too.
yeah. It's a fine line that we walk, right?
It's
I
true.
mean, with taxpayers' money and what we can provide, what we do, what we have resources for.
Yeah.
I think this is going to have to be a systematic approach
Okay.
throughout the city,
Yes, sir.
and not just Parks Tacoma,
Yes, sir.
but, and not that we want private companies getting involved either, but, more the merrier, more power, can help conquer. But yeah, it's definitely to know all the ins and outs. I mean,
I agree.
these are things that I didn't even think about, so.
Right. Yeah, right.
But I, just learning here in the time with you to be able to go, forward or bring up hey, you guys hear anything? And
Yeah. That's a few
they don't have
concerns
an
right there.
address, they don't have an ID, they can't get a job,
Yeah.
and then they can't get a job because they can't wash their clothes.
It's true.
And there's only so many
Hygienes, products and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we get stuff like that in, but we can use more.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I think our biggest thing is getting shampoo and underwears and things of that nature, and socks
Sure.
for the people to actually use, right? I
Okay.
don't want to put nothing old on them. I don't mind going to the store or to my house regularly and wash some clothes and bring them back to the center clean,
Right.
and allow them to go through, the socks and things
Sure.
of that nature. But it'd be better if we bought it brand new.
Right.
You know what I mean? To help out as much as possible. But we do need personal hygiene for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to work on that part because that's the biggest concern. Those and towels.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They come in and they don't have any of those things available at all. Wash rags.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I can personally probably help you out with some towels.
Yeah.
So
If we could touch bases on that right there, we could help a lot of people out.
Sure.
For sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So,
I'm with it.
yeah.
So if we want to, we can be able to cut it right here.
Okay.
Is that
We're
fine?
good? No, I
Appreciate you for showing up, man.
you too, brother. I appreciate all the things you guys do,
Yeah.
you and Josiah, because getting the word out is half the battle.
Yeah.
And this is what's, like we said earlier, it's another form of communication.
Yes, sir. I
And
agree.
just a way to there's a lot of amazing things happening in Tacoma, and to be able to get that word out is what's huge.
That's why I built this podcast, because it gives us an opportunity to have that voice, to be able to let other people hear
Sure.
what's going on. I wish I could be able to attend all the meetings, you know what I mean, and be able to give this type of information out, but I'm only limited to certain things that I can actually even touch bases on. So.
Well, I mean, I am a little sad. I miss my man Antonio McLemore.
We had violence like this once. Isn't something I like talking about. You need to leave now. It's 1997 all over again.
This is worse. Someone is hiding something.
Hello?
Julie. Whoever's doing this, it's connected to what happened to us. We are not gonna die today. What are you waiting for?
I know what you did last summer.
No, I am stressed. You do stuff, Misha. No one's noticing that.
Only in theater and special previews Thursday at 7 p.m.
Yeah, me too. Me
I think
too.
having the two of us sitting down at the table, that'd be.
In fact, you want to arrange another podcast?
I'll do it. I'm in.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
in.
All right. I'm gonna send them an email and find out.
Do it. Get the two of us in here.
Yes,
It'll
sir, I
be a good
will.
time, man. I
I'll do
appreciate
that.
that guy. You want to talk about a man with a huge heart,
Yeah, he does.
a huge heart, and a huge brain to go with it.
Yeah.
And
I love him, man. He's a good dude.
Oh,
Really good dude.
He's a
for
great
sure.
dude, and I mean, got his whole family, man. I
God
love
bless
all
him.
those guys. And
Yeah, he helps so many people out, man. I've
He-
seen him do it myself.
You know what? He the people that he touch,
Hmm.
or I guess I'm not supposed to say that, but the people that he works with or spends, it's amazing.
It's
right?
true. Yes, sir.
Because he reports to me,
Hmm.
and nothing's ever late.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything's done on time,
Yeah.
and I see him doing all kinds of stuff early in the morning, late at night.
Yeah.
There were times
He's always available.
he's always available, and there was times not too long ago that him and I basically had a daily 9:30 p.m. 10 o'clock phone call
Okay.
just to deal with stuff, and that's just when both of our days slowed down and we could talk.
I understand. Yeah.
And
But you
man,
guys have that bond, that relationship that opens up the door for,
Right.
things like that to transpire.
and it does, and just with all the areas that I oversee,
Yes, sir.
transparency is truth,
Yeah.
and
Very important too.
very important. And then where not everybody's gonna have a great day
It's
every
true.
day,
It's true.
but the message is we're all going in the same direction,
Yeah.
and so that is huge. But no, I'd love to sit down. I don't know who's gonna get more in, him or myself, but.
More than likely, probably him.
Yeah, that brother can talk, man.
He
I
can
love
talk.
it. That's why whenever we're in public, I just let him talk. Go ahead, man. You go
Yeah,
ahead. I'm
yeah,
here.
he's got that.
I'll take the heat. I'll take the heat. You just get all the accolades and kissing the babies and saying hello and shaking hands. That's fine, man. I'll let him be out there. So he loves it.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I think he's a good candidate for that one too. To be honest with you,
Oh yeah.
he like to have fun with it.
Oh man,
Yeah, that's what makes it.
him and I think we do. We always have a good time. And,
Yeah.
I know he's told me many times that Katie, his wife, and the boys, they'll come home and be like, "Tell me a Mr. Ralph story today, Dad," and stuff. And some he can tell, some he can't tell. But
no, not here.
no, not here, not here. But that's just just relationships, and it's how I see. This is how I see Parks and Recreation, right? Like your whole family's in it.
Yes, and that's what this feels like, a family setting for sure.
Sure.
Because when I come in there to work, it feels like I'm at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm surrounded with people who love me,
Right.
who care about my well-being and things of that nature,
Yeah.
and they do what they can to try to make sure that I'm okay.
Yeah.
Right. So that's
Yeah.
a good thing, and so we help each other out.
It really. I can't stand for non-eye contact.
Yes, sir.
I can't stand people not saying hello,
Yeah.
good morning, good afternoon, good
Yeah.
And I think not only is that a job standard, but that builds character
It does.
in people.
I agree.
And even if they weren't used to it, it builds, kind of gives them not only a value, but an angle to be able to deal with pressure, deal with other situations that can come up in life.
Yes, sir.
And we're not always taught tools to be able to handle everything, and as much as we can help and do, it's great. I love going into our community centers, into our programs. I mean, just 2 Saturdays ago, we had 140 little kids, not little, I mean, we had some, I think, up to middle school, that did a performance over at Silas High School. They did 2 shows of 70 different performers. And man, you see the smiles, the faces, the kids coming out, and that's why we do it.
Yeah. It's because of that for sure. I get
Sure.
it. Right. Yeah.
And when you feel it, and that's how I feel. I have to lead by example.
Yeah.
Because if I was gloomy and quiet, how can I expect my team to be different?
Yeah.
So I might be a little much for people. That's why I love having Antonio with me.
I'm glad you picked him, because I've seen him before. Get on stage with the kids and actually dance with them. You know, I've seen him get down. Man, he's pretty good at what he do too. By the way, God bless him.
God bless him. But his boys are young. He still has to,
participate in
Well,
things.
he's got to participate, but he still has to show who's the top dog.
That's true too.
So you got to be on top of your game.
That's true. That's true.
My kids
leading by example. Right?
Lead by example. Okay. My kids know I got a bad hip, so I'm not doing it anymore and throwing it out there. But that's how I would feel that all the staff that work in my area. Yeah. That is a goal, and you're a perfect example of it as well.
Thank you.
There, Josiah, I was so glad to hear you guys are doing this, because it's not, you got to have a heart and to do the work you guys are doing. And
thank you.
And I think, as you said, you come in, people say hello, people say, what's going on, how was your weekend?
Yeah. It's the love, you could feel it.
It's totally, and it wasn't like that, man. It wasn't like that 5-6 years ago.
I believe it.
It was us against them and this and that. And I mean, if you want, People Center isn't perfect, but we've done a lot of work to try to gain trust. Yeah. And that is more important,
Yeah. My hat goes off to Antonio and to Christy West. They've helped me out a lot since I've come into the business with you guys, and they're to me great leadership. Yeah. Right. Great role models. People who I would love to, do things for you.
Yes. Thank you.
You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. We can't forget Tony. Tony probably feel left out about it too.
Tony Babs, right?
Yeah, you got to include her.
And I also want to say, I mean, I know we're talking mostly Peoples and East Side, but we have Megan Kula, who she oversees Norpoint. And,
I've met Megan before too.
And Star Center, and their assistant supervisors, Lisa Elson and Iris Mercedes.
Yes.
Hope I didn't say that wrong last name. She'll definitely call me out if she sees this. But talking about people, they just have a huge heart.
Yeah, they're huge. I mean, you can feel the love immediately.
Yes. Yeah. And that's what makes my life easier.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I have certain work that grows with responsibilities.
It's true.
But when you have the right pieces in play, man,
It makes it go a lot smoother. I get it.
Everybody enjoys coming to work. Everybody, you know, and man, we'd all love to make $1 million. I mean, I'm not lying. I'd love to. I'm sure you would as well.
I would.
You know.
I've been working here for like 3 years now. I've never missed a day.
Yeah.
I don't plan on it either.
No.
You know, because I love coming.
Yeah.
You know, I love being here.
That's what makes the difference, right?
Yes, sir.
When you have that kind of a feeling, and there's a reason to get up.
Yes,
there's a
it
reason
is.
to go.
I agree.
It's
Yeah.
not only our own reasons.
Yeah, right.
I mean, but
of
to
course.
know that we got to open those doors so those kids come in.
Dealing with the community.
The seniors come in.
Yeah.
Right? They might be on our backs and complaining and stuff, but deep down,
I agree.
they'd come back tomorrow.
Yeah, they'll
And
still come around. Yeah.
They'll still come around, so they know,
Mhm.
you know, and so that's why we do this.
Yeah, and that's what makes the community too. I've actually had a sit down, you know, with a couple of our seniors,
Yeah.
and they've got really good ideas and
Yeah.
a great head on their shoulders, you know, and still vibrant, you know what I mean, to where they can be able to get up and start participating in different activities that, you know, the centers have. I've seen them in action, so.
Yeah, well,
That's a
and
good
especially here at People Center, right? I mean, man, some people probably like it, some people probably don't, but the development that's happening on MLK,
Yeah,
right? I
Yeah.
mean, wow, it's
it's
geez.
huge, right?
I thought I was driving down the wrong road the other day.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted to go to a local food establishment down the road, and man, I was like, I think I'm on the wrong road.
Right.
And I was like, oh no, there's the pawn shop. I know right where I'm at. Perfect. I go in that pawn shop all the time, you know. But
So I'm in the right spot.
yeah, I'm in the right spot. But it didn't look like that even a year ago,
I can believe it.
year and a half ago.
I believe it.
And so, you know, Tacoma is getting to be a hot spot to move to
It
bring
is.
your families to.
I agree.
Every place has its challenges, but where doesn't?
That's true.
So,
At least we're able to work around those challenges and, you know, come to some form of agreement to try
Right.
to handle the
yes.
challenges.
You know, and it's funny when we have someone from out of the area working here
Yes, sir.
or doing something here, and something was to happen, right?
Right.
A negative connotation or situation, right?
Yes, sir.
And they're all freaked out, running, gonna leave. Oh no! This is
Just chill out. Yeah.
just chill out. We got this,
Yeah,
and we've been through it, and we're strong, and be able to take care of that. And it wasn't like that 4 or 5 years ago.
I understand it.
And it's really kind of,
To see that change it's a good thing, right?
It
Because
is a
of the
good
growth. Yeah.
it is growth, and it's just a trickle down effect, right? And
Yes, sir.
if our leadership and all that, and if we lead a certain way and you all lead a certain way,
Yes, sir.
that our kids know they're safe, our family knows, you know, it's good. And,
Yeah. And that's what we want. We want that environment where they feel safe.
yes, everybody.
And that's what we provide. Yeah.
Yep, that's what we do. That's why we open the doors.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, because my jump shot went away a long time ago. So it's
Yeah.
not,
No, it's okay. Okay. I was getting ready to say something, but we ain't gonna even go there.
come on, let's go.
I was going to say, white men can't jump, but you know, you didn't hear that from me.
Well, luckily, I'm 50% Vietnamese, so I can't jump.
Yeah,
I
you
can
don't
jump.
qualify for that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but can I jump now today? No,
Yeah.
no. It should be 54-year-old men can't jump, but there are some that out there that still can. More power to those guys as well.
God
But
bless 'em.
God bless them. God bless
So
them.
nobody needs a trampoline. We don't have any. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
We're good. I don't have one of those. I don't have a walker yet.
I just thought about that. We do have walkers and we do have canes.
Yeah.
You know, so if you know anybody that may need one, we've got plenty of
Put one on me. Put my name on one of them. Not quite yet, brother. Not quite yet. But maybe we'll both be. We go hand in
Yeah,
hand.
you remember, I'm up there. I'm past you on that one.
You got a few years.
4
on me.
years, yeah.
4 years, I know.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
awesome.
But it's good though, man. I'm glad you came.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you guys for joining us, and we're glad you showed up. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Lifting Spirits, Saving Souls. Share the channel as much as possible, and hopefully we'll put some notes like this together. And thank you, Ralph Thomas, for showing up. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Yep.
Peace
Take it
out.
easy. Peace.